Hi fans of high quality entertainment. So in the recent past I've done a couple of videos on, I've ranked a few debut albums and then also a few second albums by a band or solo artist. This time I'm ranking 25 third albums by a band or solo artist. So before I put them in order from my least favorite to my favorite, the 25 albums include David Bowie, The Man Who Sold the World. The third album by Elvis Costello and the Attractions, Armed Forces. Genesis, Nursery Crime. The Monkees' Headquarters. This is going to be hard to rank them, by the way. Sparks, Kimono My House. Ramones, Rocket to Russia. Procol Harum, A Salty Dog. And there's, I could have even picked more, but I stopped myself. So the Beatles aren't in this list, and neither is Captain Beefheart and a few others. 25 is enough to rank. So Paul McCartney and Wings, Wildlife. And excluding the experimental albums, this would be John's third album with Yoko, Sometime in New York City. Led Zeppelin 3, which is their third album. That's right. Nectar, ... sounds like this. The Moody Blues, In Search of the Lost Chord. Devo, Freedom of Choice. Grand Funk, Closer to Home. Black Sabbath, Master of Reality. The Clash, London Calling. John Anderson, Animation. Blue Oyster Cult, Secret Treaties. 10cc, the original soundtrack. Queen, Sheer Heart Attack. Lou Reed, Berlin. Talking Heads, Fear of Music. Steppenwolf, At Your Birthday Party. Frank Zappa and the Mothers of Invention, We're Only in It for the Money. And Supertramp, Crime of the Century. And I double checked to make sure these were all, like I said, the John Lennon one, it was really the first music-related album with Yoko, but I consider it his third solo album anyway, but you can disagree, it's okay. So I'll be back in probably 5 minutes or so, because this is going to be hard to rank them, because I like or love every one of these albums. That was so difficult to do, seriously. Even the 25th album I really like. So, number 25 is a band that I've always really loved, but I haven't heard all of their albums. But in the past year, I've started buying some of the albums that I'd never heard before. And my least favorite, but I still love it, I just haven't played it as much as some of the others, is the double album by Nectar called Sounds Like This. It's kind of jammy, but it's really good. I would give it an 8 out of 10, at least. Number 24, their fourth album is my favorite, but their third is pretty good too. 10cc, the original soundtrack, with, of course, I'm Not in Love, and the second sitting for the Last Supper, Brand New Day, Flying Junk, Life is a Minestrone. 8 out of 10. Number 23. Yeah, my favorite of theirs is their debut, and then the other two that I have, their second and third, are really good too. Ramones, Rocket to Russia. Rockaway Beach, Sheena's a Punk Rocker, Teenage Lobotomy, Ramona, Surfing Bird. Very fun album. 8 out of 10. Number 22. Yeah, all of his early albums are great. This is Elvis Costello and the Attractions, Armed Forces. Lots of great songs. Moods for Moderns, Chemistry Class, Accidents Will Happen. Oliver's Army, of course. Goon Squad, Party Girl. 8 out of 10. Number 21, probably this would be higher in a lot of people's rankings. It's just, I prefer, as much as I love this album, I got tired of it fairly quickly, so I rarely play it. I'd rather play Sandinista or give them enough rope, or their debut. But London Calling, of course, is still a great album. I would give this a 9 out of 10. Number 20, the third album by John Anderson, Animation. Once again, you know, there's some pop songs on this, but there's one proggy song called Animation, which is just amazing. And yeah, I really do enjoy this. 9 out of 10. Number 19, and Grant from Grant's Rock Warehouse. He had never heard this album, and a week or two ago he reviewed it on my channel, so check out that video. It's John and Yoko's Sometime in New York City. Now, I'm not much of a fan of the live album, but I really like the studio version. It just needs to be remixed. I'm not crazy about the production. And I really like, you know, I like John Lennon's songs on this, but I really like Yoko's songs, especially Sisters, Oh Sisters and We're All Water. 9 out of 10 for the studio album. 3 out of 10 for the live disc. Number 18, a band that Glenn Kellaway from the Basement is finally warming up to, with Genesis and Nursery Crime. Of course, The Musical Box, and The Return of the Giant Hogweed, Seven Stones. 9 out of 10. Excellent. The third album by this band, and the first one where they actually play on the album, all four. The Monkees, Headquarters. Yeah, You Told Me, Forget That Girl, You May Just Be the One, Shades of Grey, For Pete's Sake, No Time, Randy Scouse Get, one of my favorite Monkey songs. Nine out of 10. Number 16. I don't play this very often, but I did play it a few months back, and although I prefer their first two albums more, this is still a great album by Devo. Freedom of Choice, with of course their big hit, Whip It. 9 out of 10. Number 16. I feel this is a very underrated album. It's got a couple of filler tracks, but besides that, I love Steppenwolf, At Your Birthday Party. Number 15, I feel, is very underrated. Paul McCartney and Wings, Wild Life. Now this I know would be considered the first Wings album, but I'm just including the albums that Paul McCartney released. So this is the third album by Paul McCartney and Wings. Yeah, I really love this album. I would give it a 9 out of 10. All right, the rest of these, so I don't have to keep repeating myself, are all 10 out of 10s. David Bowie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10, 11, 12, 13. Number 13. 10 out of 10, like I said. David Bowie, the man who sold the world. Almost some of this, the music is very Black Sabbath-y. Number 12. Queen, Sheer Heart Attack. Yeah, love all of their early albums. And number 11. Like I said, some of these are hard to rank, and if I did this tomorrow, some of the albums would change maybe, 1 or 2 slots. This is just for high quality entertainment. Number 11. Procol Harum, A Salty Dog. 10 out of 10. So now, here is the top 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, just had a double check there. Number 10. The third album by Grand Funk Railroad, Closer to Home. Yeah, Sin's a Good Man's Brother, Mean Mistreater, I Don't Have to Sing the Blues, Hooked on Love, and I'm Your Captain. 10 out of 10. I won't say it anymore. Okay, number 9. Frank Zappa and the Mothers of Invention, We're Only in It for the Money. Number 8. See, like I said, all of these are just perfect albums to me. And they could almost interchange. But it is Supertramp with their best album for me, Crime of the Century. And one of the best sounding albums too. Number 7. I love all of these albums with Ozzy, including Master of Reality. Number 6. My favorite album by Talking Heads, Fear of Music. Number 5. They release so many great albums in a row, it's hard to pick which is my number 1 favorite. But their third album is the amazing In Search of the Lost Chord by the Moody Blues. Number 4. Glenn Kellaway from the Basement's favorite artist. I bet you didn't know that. Lou Reed, Berlin. So difficult to rank these, but number 3. Blue Oyster Cult, Secret Treaties, the very first Blue Oyster Cult album I ever heard, back in 1975, and I instantly became a fan. Number 2, Led Zeppelin 3. I know some people, back in 1970 were maybe a bit disappointed because it wasn't as rocky as the first 2 albums, but I love it. I even love Hats Off to Roy Harper. I think it's a great song. No big surprise, number 1, I've been a fan for 50 years now, Sparks, Kimono My House. And that is it. So from these albums I showed you, the 25, what would be your favorites? And maybe let me know which would be your least favorites. I know Glenn Kellaway is going to be writing down, Lou Reed. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye. And make sure you check out my second channel, Larry Graves ASMR. I just uploaded on that channel the 50 weirdest albums of all time. Bye.